Hey everybody, GT Cam here, back for what we're going to call Financial Friday. This is aimed at the younger ones out there, when I was younger, the new auto mechanics, new diesel mechanics, new aerospace techs, etc. It's great that some of the brands offer student discounts and stuff when you're going through training programs, or even when you're just starting out and maybe you're working as a lube tech somewhere. It's real easy to end up in over your head on the finance side of it. Hey, it's only this much a month or only that much a month. But if you're looking at, let's just take Snap-on for example, because they're generally about the most expensive. You may get into some other brands that, little boutique brands, but it's real easy. So if you take, oh look, I can get this $500 set of wrenches now for $20 a paycheck or whatever. Cool, by the time it's all said and done, you're going to have spent at least double the amount those wrenches cost you, probably. So a better plan going in is to focus on your core tools. Start there, and not just that, but start out with some of the more affordable stuff to get you in, like Harbor Freight's Icon line. Make sure if you're going to buy that, get it on sale. And they run sales on that stuff all the time, so you have those opportunities. Check out the used stuff on Facebook. Yeah, you're going to be out of pocket for the whole amount up front, but that's better than ending up on the hook on this never-ending treadmill of payments every month. If you want to do that later, fine, but when you're starting out, still getting your feet under you, figuring out what direction you're going to go, or maybe you decide you don't even like the industry, and suddenly you realize it's not for you. Well, now you're up to your eyeballs in all this debt. So starting out, it's better to get some of the more affordable stuff. Some of the gear wrench stuff is affordable. Some of the Craftsman stuff. If you pick carefully and shop wisely starting out, you can get yourself going for relatively reasonable, and then worry about having premium stuff later. And there will be some stuff that later that you decide is probably worth it. As far as, let me put it this way, there is one single thing out there, or one set of wrenches out there, that when you finally need that type of wrench, probably Snap-on is your best option. It's just the way it is. Proto's a second, a relatively close second. I'd probably still take the Snap-on over the Proto, but be that as it may, starting out, you're better off spending less money and taking a portion of the money you're making starting out and start getting yourself set up on an IRA if you're working for a business that doesn't have a retirement plan. If you are working for a business that has a retirement plan, by all means, take advantage of that. If you're not doing the company match, you're leaving money on the table. So say that they match 100% up to, say, 6% of your contribution. So you put in 6% of your income, they put in 6%. Cool, you got 12% going in there. So that's an extra 6% in pay that you weren't getting. You don't see it now, but if you take that money and put it, personally, I would normally put it in an S&P 500 fund and leave it there. Understand, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just trying to offer some guidance to people to make a little wiser decisions with the money when they're starting out. Most industries, it's going to be fairly tough starting out, especially in the current economy. Housing costs are going to just clobber you, so you're looking at having to share an apartment or a house or whatever with buddies or significant other or whatever the case may be for your own instance. There's such things you can do out there, house hacking or being part of somebody's house hack, whatever. As long as you're all getting something out of it, like if your buddy's doing a house hack and you're just paying a bit for a room each month, you're saving money, he's building for his future, or maybe you decide you find a way to buy a place and you rent the rooms out to a buddy, and they're getting a, they're able to live affordably, and you're getting some money for your future. Cool. But starting out, this is the time to set yourself up. Worry less about dating and finding a girlfriend or any of that stuff. Focus on building yourself. These are some of the lessons I wish I had focused on when I was younger. So this is the wisdom being passed on, as it were. So, like I said, there's plenty of information out there if you want to set up an IRA, an individual retirement account. For those that don't know, quick synopsis: traditional traditional IRA. You put in pre-tax money, so you pay less taxes. When you're just starting out, it doesn't necessarily make the most sense to use that one. The Roth IRA, you put in after-tax money, so you don't forbear the taxes on that, but what you do get is it's taxed at your current rate. And if you expect or plan to be making a significant amount more money than you are presently in your future, well, then you're in a position where that money going in was already taxed, and when you take that money out later, it's not eligible for taxation. Like, that's part of the whole Roth thing. Some businesses offer a Roth 401k or a standard 401k, or they have both options. Most of the time, until you're maxed out on the pay scale in various places, I would grab the Roth, but that's me. Maybe that you're in a circumstance where you got other tax benefits. You need to talk to somebody that's a professional probably about that, or read up on it. There's plenty of information out there. Also beware, there are plenty of hucksters out there that will tell you not to do XYZ, just invest your money with them, or they'll tell you what a bad investment a house is. And people like that understand their goal is for you to put your money in investments with them. Remember though, that a lot of those people, they're going to make money regardless of how that investment goes. The investors may or may not. There's some really big names out there that sell a lot of snake oil. Just take some of the philosophical stuff, learn from it, move on. If you choose to give any of that stuff any attention at all, anyway. I know that's not a lot of people's forte. Personal finance is a deep rabbit hole for those that choose to go down it. So, in summary, be careful with how you spend your money early on. Get yourself started on a retirement early on. Shop wisely in the beginning. If you buy an inexpensive tool and you decide it's not for you, cool. And it's really gonna suck to spend money on expensive stuff and then find out there's something about a given ratchet or a given wrench that you just don't like. So worry about spending it wisely in the beginning. Pick your battles, make sure you get set up with retirement, and yeah, you should be able to have a good financial future ahead of you. You can go buy that expensive stuff later. You can go buy that nice Snap-on Epic toolbox if you want it later. But make the good decisions now while you're still young. On that note, happy Financial Friday. Happy day after Independence Day. GT Cam out.